So ending last year, I don't know why, but I was getting really drawn to beads and Chinese knots and making these bracelets and so I started making my own just for fun, you know. And then when I heard that this bead show was coming up, I was like, hey, I better go take a look and see what they have because they sell it wholesale and it's on strands. And so here I am at the convention center and let's see here. So I'm not expecting much because I know they said that it's in a room in the convention center. So I know it's like a small room and probably not as much vendors. But I figured I wanted to check it out anyway and just to see what they have. And yep, it's a small room. So I see here like there's some made from different kind of materials, not just gemstones. I'm kind of rushing a little bit because I want to go to the tables with the gemstones, but I don't want to miss anything at the same time. So right now I just see more like, I guess they're like seed beads or plastic beads, but this is not what I'm interested in. But I'm sure a lot of people that do beadwork as a hobby, they like certain kinds of beads to get a certain look, a certain feel, or whatever they want to create, you know. But for me, this is not what I'm looking into. Hopefully there's more gemstones as we go through the rest of the vendors here. So that it was free admission to come here, which was really nice. I noticed some of these tables, they organize it in colors, and I guess that's because it's for people that, again, is looking for a certain pattern, so they need certain colors. Here's some gemstones actually, and already, yeah, I see like some lapis stuff here and amethyst and smoky quartz. But these are like small beads, and I kind of trying to stay away from that because when I was making for Christmas gifts last year, I realized that the small beads, sometimes the hole is small, so you're restricted and limited to the different things to bead it with. So I'm looking for bigger beads. Like these are pretty good. This is interesting that they have jade here, which is nice. This is like a mini Buddha, like a real small Buddha piece. And then this is a dragon pendant, which is you're the dragon, so that would be kind of nice. Okay, so you make your own like this?
Yes, I designed my own.
Oh.
It's made out of a natural jade. It's a flower.
Wow.
So
Nice.
I put the beads in the center.
Yeah.
And in the back, there's a hole on the top. You somehow you tied it. You tied it in here, and then you design. So
That's neat. Yeah.
this is the whole thing after I designed.
Wow.
Very popular.
Yeah, that's neat. Yeah, I was wondering because I didn't see anything to hang it on this part. So I guess you put the bead in the center like that.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. And you guys are here today and tomorrow, yeah?
3 days.
3 days. Oh, I see. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You guys have a store down here too?
No more already. I used to have a retail stores closed already. So I only do the craft fair and the show.
Well, I was kind of looking for beading tools, you know, like the pliers and that kind of stuff. And also I was looking for like the knotting strings, different sizes and colors. But apparently, I think over here it was just bead strands and beads alone. Well, here's some more crystal stuff, and I noticed that these are like power bracelets. And can you imagine back in the day, I think maybe 25, 30 years ago, I actually made power bracelets. Like they never had them ever in any stores. So I tried to make my own, and I would bead the bracelets. And I would also use Japanese seed beads combined with it. And I would have like this whole thing about what each one does. But then I stopped. I couldn't continue it because it was taking so long for me to make. And back then, you know, we didn't have access to a lot of things like you know, internet wasn't as common. We didn't have social media. So like it was hard for me to get connections that way to get better deals and wholesale prices and stuff like that. So it just kind of died out pretty fast. And then now it's like I see them everywhere, these power bracelets and powering stuff. And like back then, nothing. There was like nothing. But I guess it's good to know that, hey, I was onto something. So here's some more strands. But again, these ones are all small. You know, I hear some of the people here talking to each other about making these nice, elegant necklaces and laced looking type of beaded formats. And it's so cool because for them, these things are like, this is their thing, you know, like they're looking for certain kinds of beads like this. So here's some a little bit bigger beads, but still not the size I'm looking for. But they would make cool mala beads, expensive ones. Yeah, like these crystal ones here. And I like those different barrel beads, I guess you would say, because they're different type and not as common, I guess. And then you have your amethyst, your rose quartz, the common ones. And, you know, I like all these bracelets because to me, they still have a connection to crystals, which has a connection to healing properties and intuition and opening the different chakras. And so to me, there's still a connection there.
At home, so that's why I'm kind of trying to figure out.
Oh, well, here's some square beads. And I noticed that a lot of people were not looking at the square beads. But for me, the square beads are also hard to get. And they're more masculine. So if I'm making more masculine type bracelets, that's what I would need. However, I would like the square to be a little bit bigger.
I'm sorry, you said that one's 3 times 4.
Well, one thing I know for sure this year is trying to make these bead bracelets and macrame and all this stuff. It really makes me appreciate when I see people selling bracelets and pendants that they make and how much work they really put into it. And it's not just work, it's like trial and error too, and trying to find exact combinations. Now here's something that is drawing me. And again, nobody's looking at what I'm looking at, and it's probably because their perspective, they're coming from a different space from me. And that was it's like a tiger's eye with a golden dragon, which is really nice. And then here there's like obsidian, like beads with gold dragons on them. And I guess because of the year of the dragon, you know, even more so I'm drawn to it. And yeah, no one's looking at these. It's really nice. I think I might get some of those. And then there's these other ones right here. And I think this is Om Mani Padme Hum in Sanskrit. And that's that famous mantra that is very connected to Buddhism and Kuan Yin. Anyway, so yeah, it says Om Mani Padme Hum. And again, nobody was looking at that one. But that's hard to get already, to get that printed on a bead. And to also have it in that barrel shape, you know. So I'm probably going to go back later and get those. And those beads were pretty big. It's again what I was looking for, so that's perfect. So here's some more beads, and yeah, these jade donuts, that's the other thing. I was looking for jade donuts, but they had none at this place. I was looking for all kind of gemstones as donuts or something like that. But I was looking for those and they didn't have any. But all in all, it was a nice event and I did buy some beads and Bruce bought a pendant. So it was all good and fun. I hope you liked this video. If you do, please like and subscribe.